Alright, so kind of give you a little update what's going on. I stopped working on the roof the other day because I wanted to get an inline sander so I could make sure that the roof patch was as flat as can be. Plus I wanted to have an inline sander when I redo the frame so I could get it absolutely straight. And so I got that in. In the meantime, I've been working on trying to get this cab lowered down. I got some angle and cut some plates out here. This is the beginnings of my sleeper mounts. Jumping around a little bit just to kind of relieve some of the frustration and repetitiveness of some of the tasks. Like I said, I've got the cab mounts loose, ready to lower it down a little bit in the front and see how that looks. I actually started polishing on this tank here, and it's looking good, but my idea about swapping the tanks around, I don't think it's going to work out. This is actually the passenger side tank I've put on the driver's side. The sleeper will come to that 2x4 right there. So, and the problem with switching the tanks around, I like the fuel filler location back here, but you polish it out and the tank strap lines show through the polish. And on this particular tank over here, there's some bad pitting up underneath the tank strap. And I was thinking, well, maybe the strap that's on this tank is the one at the very rear. So if I put it on the passenger side, it would be back here. The problem with it is, you know, I thought I could line that strap up and then the other straps fall where they may. But the problem with that is the pickups, and there's a drain at the bottom of the tank. You can't slide the tank forwards any more than what it is. So that's not going to work. So I think flipping the tank around, it's going to put the filler right at the edge of the bunk, which I think will be fine. And it's going to have to work. And that way the strap will cover up the old strap lines, so you won't see the pitting or the staining of the tank. The tanks are going to look really good, and then plus it'll alleviate an issue. This tank here's got two bad dents in it back down here. Well, not two bad dents, but they're two dents that'll show up pretty good if this was the rear of the tank, which it would be if I mounted it on the other side. But if I put it back where it came from, that dented area will be at the back here behind the steps, so you'll never see it. So another reason to put them back where they were. But like I said, I like the way the tanks are coming out. They're not going to be perfect, but they will look very good. Like I said, working on the cab mounts and the sleeper mounts. I got my inline sander and paper in today so I can get working on the top. But that's going to be later on this afternoon because it's hot as blazes out here right now. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to move that tank out of the sun and into the shade where I can finish polishing on it. Got the sleeper boot, which it's an accordion style boot. It's made for between a pickup and a camper shell, but we're going to make it work on this application. Bought that by the foot. All this is insulation for the roof of the cab and the roof of the sleeper. It's a sound deadener and thermal shield. I've never heard of this brand, but I think it's similar to like a Dynamat product. Then we've got some foam for the upholstery. Boots is getting her upholstery table cleaned off. She's finishing up her headliner so she can get on my stuff. This is the vinyl for the interior. I've got these. These are the shields that cover over the air intake. Hang on, I'll walk out here and I'll show you. So this is the hole the breather ductwork goes through, and this shield kind of hides that from view, so you'll just see the breather and not necessarily the ductwork. It mounts up like this. And somebody had asked, was I going to put dual breathers on it? And I am. So we'll use that other chrome duct piece there and figure out where the duct will go on the other side. We'll have to make an aluminum plate to go in here with a hole in it like on this side. We got to make this plate for the other side. And then the breathers, I'm making a special breather for this thing, and I'll show y'all when I do it, but it's kind of a surprise. I've seen it done one other time and it looked really cool. It was really unique. So that's what my plan is on that. We got a lot going on. The breather is going to get front and rear lights on it, and anything that's polished or chrome will pick up the lights and reflect them and make it look like there's more lights. So there'll be a light panel that goes under the cab and under the bottom of the sleeper with lights. All the lights on this thing are going to be LEDs. I'm starting to have my doubts about being ready for the show, but the thing about it is, it's going regardless. And part of the show is a nighttime light show with the tractors with all the lights lit up and everything. So even if the truck is not running, it's going to have operable lights on it. So we'll be able to light this thing up and participate in that event anyway. So, I mean, there's not a whole bunch to show, but it's a whole bunch of work going on, and I know it looks like I'm skipping around, which I am to a degree. I mean, because one, if I did a video with just sanding, it would be awful boring. I did a long video on polishing, and some of you guys didn't appreciate that, but I mean, it takes time and effort to get this, and this is dirty. It's been rained on a couple of times, so it needs a wipe off. But this kind of result doesn't come without cost, and the cost is a bunch of time invested. And so, like I said, it's going to the show. It's going to be lit up. The paint looks good. I mean, since I polished it out, it's been rained on a few times, so it's going to get washed up and wiped down again. So it'll look as good as it can. All the aluminum will be polished up, and the paint will be polished up, and all the lights will work, even if I have to tow it down there. So it'll look like something, even if it's not complete. But I wanted to stop for a minute. One, it's hot and I needed a break. And two, I kind of wanted to show y'all something, make a video. I mean, I've been working, I didn't work any Sunday. Today's Tuesday, so I've worked 2 days and really hadn't gotten much video because what I'm doing is not really interesting. So I went ahead and made this video just so y'all could see that I didn't fall off the face of the earth and stuff is still happening. Parts are coming in, things are working out, so y'all hang tight. As I get stuff done, I'll show you, and we're going. So y'all keep your eyes open.